Nationals all-star shortstop C.J. Abrams optioned to low A West Palm Beach.
Optioned to a team that's not playing games anymore. I mean, the minor league season is over. So this is not like, all right, go work on some things. This is, you're in timeout because you were in the casino until 8 a.m. is the reports. I don't know if we've totally verified this, but either way, that seems like probably more time in the casino than you would probably want.
Look, let's boot up the multiple things that are true, Horn, Jordan.
Let's do it.
On the scale of morality, gambling until 8 a.m. is relatively fine. Like, there are baseball players are doing worse things than this with their free time.
By the way,
all the time.
And by the way, baseball players are also spending time in the casino.
All the time.
Late at night. That's happening.
All the time.
8 a.m.?
All the time.
That's where you have some issues. But, like, do not think that he is unique for spending time in the casino. So let's just put that out there, okay?
Like, the picture of him at the roulette table, which is funny. Also, roulette.
Yeah.
I like roulette.
Again, not that I've spent too much time in casino, but when I
roulette at 8 a.m.
It's one thing, right? It's right. Like you're playing Hold'em all night long, and you feel like you're on a roll. Okay, roulette feels dangerous.
Okay.
We don't know anything about casino games. Anyway, the point is, if he's there till 8 a.m. before a day game, that's not great.
I enjoy a craps table.
Okay.
A couple things. 8 a.m. is bonkers. Like, the way someone in baseball described it to me, 8 a.m. is 4 hours from 4 a.m. And 4 a.m. is probably too late, right? And so if we're breakfast betting, that's not ideal.
If we're taking 8 a.m. as fact, and we understand that it was a day game the next day, I mean, report
he had to
time
be at the yard
like,
at 10.
Right?
He's rolling in
nap?
Now,
are we going straight from the casino?
Maybe he woke up at 6:30 and had a coffee and got some morning gambling in.
Oh, interesting. You think he actually, that's just an interesting, different narrative.
I don't think that's true.
No, I know, but is that better or worse? It's probably more of a sign of gambling addiction if you're waking up early.
No, but you slept.
Yeah, if we're talking about readiness for the next day, that's probably better.
Yeah.
But come on, waking up to go to the casino at 8 a.m.?
What's the difference between that and me playing the spelling bee on the New York Times app on my phone in the morning while I drink my coffee? None. Next point I want to make here. My understanding is that this is not the first time that this has been a problem for this specific player. And so the way that the Nats responded by banishing him publicly was a choice that must have been brought on by previous information or previous instances of this happening. Maybe not this specifically. And here's what I mean by that, right? Here's what the Nats could have done. Hey, you're going to sit today. We're going to fine you privately and internally, right? By optioning him, they make this a public story. They embarrass him. Now, there might be value to that if this is a real problem and they want to let him know that his actions are not acceptable, right? However, the Nats are kind of an old school group between Mike Rizzo and Dave Martinez. And they have done things like this in the past, like when they just DFA'd Sean Kelly. Remember that for when he threw his glove down?
And they optioned Luis Garcia last year, like when it wasn't necessarily a performance. But
so I would be surprised if they punished him this publicly, this significantly for a first-time offense.
Sure,
like this. That's just my read on the situation.
I don't disagree. I guess the only thing I would say is like the report was out there, so I guess to your point is even if we all knew what seemingly happened, if the report was confirmed, they didn't have to verify it. They could have, as you mentioned, sat him and then brought him back, fined him, whatever, internally, said we're not going to discuss that, and then moved on and played him the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That would have been the other way to handle that, yeah. So
then we're not talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah, probably. Well,
we're not. Like, we're probably not. Like,
not talking about it for this long.
But sending a guy, you're basically putting him in timeout for the rest of the year. This is a dude who was your all-star
Yeah.
And like
still
is
been
a
playing
huge
pretty well.
piece of your team moving forward.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
I'm very interested to see how the relationship between player and team continues.